The bill, dubbed Intro 1867, would give more than 800,000 non-citizens the right to vote in local elections, but not for president, members of Congress, or in state elections. Specifically, it would empower non-citizens who have been lawful permanent residents for at least 30 days, as well as those authorized to work in the U.S., including so-called Dreamers, to elect the city's mayor, council members, borough presidents, comptroller, and public advocate. Proponents like the bill's sponsor, Councilman Ydanis Rodriguez, maintain that immigrants who reside in the city legally, pay taxes, and send their children to school should have some say in who becomes mayor or represents them on the city council.
They stay being the fast food workers. They stay being working the supermarkets. They stay being doing the deliberate work, driving the taxes. They pay their taxes. They contribute to the revenue for the budget that we have this round.
But opponents like Republican Councilman Joe Borelli of Staten Island believe the measure will end up in court, and he's not the only one.
The mayor's actually been pretty consistent on this, that this is done in violation of state law. The New York State Constitution is very clear. It enfranchises citizens only over the age of 18 for voting purposes. The state constitution goes on to define people as inhabitants for redistricting purposes and other purposes throughout the document. However, when it comes to suffrage, it defines citizens very specifically.
Mayor de Blasio, while questioning the legality of the bill, says he will not try to veto it. Incoming Mayor Eric Adams has voiced his support for the bill. At this point, there is not much that stands in the way of it becoming law. It is supported by a veto-proof number of city council members. Theodore Moore is policy director for the New York Immigrant Coalition and sees the state constitution differently.
But the New York State Constitution does not say only citizens, which is why we think that it actually sets a floor of folks that can be involved in elections, but does not set a ceiling.
If approved and implemented, New York City would become the largest municipality in the country to allow non-citizen legal residents to vote. Now, the law would direct the Board of Elections to draw up a plan by July, including voter registration rules and rules that would create separate ballots for municipal races to prevent non-citizens from casting votes in state and federal elections. Non-citizens would not be allowed to vote until the elections of 2023.